This is just a quick review on the wireless conference speaker that I have just purchased. As you can see by its title, it's a bit of a mouthful. It does say it's a 4.1 Bluetooth version, so it has a 10-meter range. That does not mean you're going to stand 10 meters from the speaker itself. It means if you connect yourself to your phone, the phone can be within the 10-meter, around 30 feet range to actually connect properly without any interference. It's quite compact, quite small, quite good build, and it has a rubber fit on the bottom so it doesn't slide when placed on top of the table, etc. If you're looking to buy a gift, presentation wise, this wireless speaker has absolutely a thumbs up. It comes very well packed neatly inside a black box, and the presentation could not be better. Another good thing is that this speaker also comes with its own hard shell case, which is made to measure specifically for that speaker, which is fabulous because I initially bought it for work, but I ended up taking it home. It's ideal to connect to family through Skype, listen to music while in the kitchen cooking. You will soon get used to it for many different uses rather than the one that you originally purchased it for. Like myself, I purchased it for the office, for conferences and long distance call, and in the end I ended up bringing it home too, so the case is fantastic. Comes very handy. Okay, so what's in the box? The well presented box. It has a user manual, one of those cards to leave positive feedback, please if you're happy, or contact us if you're not. The speaker itself, the hard shell case, which is actually a zipped shell case, and it has the holder, the ribbon to hold it from, and also the USB charging cable. It's a flat cable like many of the ones we have at home. Here's a bit of a close-up just in case you didn't get all the details on the previous. I know that by the pictures you can't get to see the size of the speaker itself. I have very small hands, similar size to my 10-year-old daughter's hands, and the speaker fits on the palm of my hand and I can actually hold it. So for the volume that it actually acquires, the clarity and how good the sound is, it's actually pretty compact size-wise. Going through its features, I'm only going to mention the ones that I've actually tested and tried myself. So obviously it has a 360 audio pickup. That means that you can be sitting around a table and the audio input and how the sound actually comes out of the speaker will be directional, the 360 degrees. So regardless if I'm sitting on the right hand side of the table to a colleague that might be sitting on the left, the person we're connecting to, it's going to hear us exactly the same, and we're going to hear that call exactly the same from various points. So it does help at the office, especially in a large room with a large table. It does also help at home. It doesn't matter where you place the speaker. If you're on a call, if you're listening to music, you're always going to get great sound. So that's a bonus. Obviously, as mentioned, you can use it to talk and you can use it to listen to music. It's up to you, whichever use you wish to give it to. It's good for both. It's good for either. Also, connectivity on the, if you read the manual, I never read the manuals, but obviously I've gone through it a little bit. If you read the manual, it says for Skype to connect to your computer via the USB cable. Now I have to say, if your computer has Bluetooth, it's Bluetooth enabled, you can connect through Bluetooth and you can use it just the same. But just in case, so you're aware that the same cable that you use to charge, you can actually use it to connect between devices. Maybe, I don't know, you're running low on battery and you want to carry on using it, well then plug it straight in. If not, use the Bluetooth, which is fantastic. So it can be used for Skype, Google Hangouts, Microsoft Links. It's really good. I'm really happy with them all. So with the little test that I've tried, and as well as work, talking with the family through Skype, it's quite difficult when you want to talk to someone from abroad and you want the whole family to hear and all the kids to answer at the same time. If you're a parent, you know what I mean. And this way you kind of keep family closer together, which is fab. You're trying to get a clear close-up to see where the turn on button and turn off button is. You simply press the button.
Welcome to UZMeet M1. Connect your device by USB or Bluetooth.
Every single time you turn the device on, it will actually greet you with the same message to tell you that it's ready to be connected. Then we've got this little little flap that covers. It's actually to prevent dust, and it looks very sleek when on too. It covers the USB and micro USB ports, so it's quite well hidden, very good access, and it's right by the on-off button. One of the things that I have most liked about this wireless conference speaker is the ease of use. When you get a lot of buttons, too many, it just sometimes gets too complicated. I like the fact that all the buttons are right at the top. They're very accessible to anyone sitting on the table. This is especially work related. Now, the top button is the Bluetooth button. When you first take it out the box, turn it on, it greets you. You long press the Bluetooth button and the blue light intermittent will start flashing quite fast. Then is the time to get your PC or your laptop, your phone, your iPhone, your Apple Watch, whichever device you're using, and that's the moment you do the search and you actually find the speaker. It's really super easy to find. It hasn't given me any troubles with any of the devices I have paired it with. Now, obviously, the minus and the plus buttons are volume control. Less volume, more volume, couldn't be more straightforward. And I will also show you in the next picture that it starts lighting up the blue circle as the volume goes higher or the volume goes lower, which is actually really good because you know at what volume you have the device up to. The mute button is right in the middle, which works great for conference calls, and when pressed there's a whole red ring that appears around. I will also show you this in another picture, and you can hear what the other caller is saying. So if you advise a customer, I'm going to put you on hold, and they're cursing you on the line, you're going to hear it all, but they're not going to hear you back. So it's really good because sometimes mute buttons work both ways. Not on this case, you will still hear who you're talking to, but they're not going to hear you. They're just going to hear a small the click when you click the button and the click when you unclick. It's super easy. Now the call button, if I keep it pressed for like a couple of seconds, it connects Siri on my phone. Is this done on purpose? Is it not? I'm not sure, but it does. So if I am paired with my phone and I keep it my iPhone and I keep it long pressed for a couple of seconds, Siri will appear. How may I help you? You can obviously, when there's an incoming call, you can answer the call from that button, and you can also end the call. As mentioned, it could not be more straightforward. Maybe a last redial would have been nice, but to be honest with you, I usually don't like last redials because you always end up calling the person that you don't want to call. So I do actually prefer that it doesn't have the redial. Some people might miss it. I personally, I know I won't. On this picture, I try to show you how the volume works. As you can see on the first one, it's a quarter. Second one, just past halfway, and then the third one is at maximum. Now at the moment, I have it the speaker on the table, and I have it connected to my iPhone. Now, if you've got it connected to your iPhone, if you raise the volume on your iPhone, automatically the speaker will raise higher, and vice versa. So they're completely connected. I'm going to start the music from low. You have approximately 13 clicks from no sound whatsoever to the maximum sound. I'm going to try and show you best as possible. There it goes. This is at minimum. Quarter. Don't we get a little high? Half. High. 3/4. that was maximum volume. So I have no complaints. Battery wise, it's going to last between 8 to 12 hours on talking time on calls, and around 17 to 20 tops listening to music, etc. Obviously, it all depends on the volume that you have it set to. To charge, it's going to take 3 to 4 hours, but for the clarity and for the good volume, for me, that's a clear thumbs up. Hi, this is simply to explain to you what devices I have actually connected my conference speaker to. I've connected it to my laptop. I have a Microsoft Surface Pro. As you can see on the bottom picture, it comes up as eMeet M1. I've also paired it with my Apple Watch Series 3. On the first picture, which I apologize, it's a little bit blurry, very difficult to take pictures to your screen. We have it when it's found it and it's not connected yet, and then as soon as you've clicked it, it's an instant connect. And with my iPhone 10, it's the same. It found the device, no problem, and then it connected to the device. I'm going to remove this to show you. When then I received a phone call, no, I was calling out, sorry, and it gave me the option if I wanted to use my iPhone, the speaker, or the conference speaker, which was the one that was selected. So the 3 devices have been fully tested. I've tried Skype, etc. with my laptop, and it's worked flawlessly. What I have to say, I've connected the 3 devices. Basically, when you turn the speaker off, it will obviously disconnect. Now, turning the speaker back on, and just by selecting from your Bluetooth devices, it will automatically connect. So you don't have to do another search, but it doesn't automatically connect unless you go onto the Bluetooth and search and then click. Well, you don't have to search, you need to click on it, basically. So let's see if I've set this straight. First time you search for the device, you click, it gets connected. From then on, you simply click on the device and automatically it connects. But if I want to listen to the music with my Apple Watch, and I've had it paired last with my iPhone, I do need to go to settings and click on the device to make sure it gets connected again. So I hope that makes a little bit more sense. This is what I commented earlier, is just when you press the mute, the blue light goes red. So if you're talking to a customer and you're in the middle of a conference, there's no way of mixing, did I put the call on mute, did I mute it? It's clear, it's visual, it's there, so great for me. Now this is a tricky one. This conference speaker has sold and it's selling quite rather well, but some customers have mentioned it doesn't have an adapter with it. It's a 5 volts adapter. Is the most simple adapter that you can buy. They're selling for a few quid. It's the same one as Kindle work on, 5 volts, I think it's 2 amp. Is that a problem? Because the adapter does not come with it. It comes with a USB cable. Now for me, it's not, because basically all my sockets have USB, intelligent USB ports. So I can charge any device to the voltage that it requires just by plugging it straight from there. Nowadays it is very difficult for us to have at home 1000 adapters for each device. So for me personally, I quite rather prefer that it works with a normal USB cable, because I can just go to any of my smart sockets or the power banks and just charge it from there straight on. Because of the voltage, it's also okay to charge through laptops. With other devices that require more power, you can't charge through the laptop, because that would mean it would charge slower and you will not be giving it all the charge that it requires. In this case, because it only requires a 5 volt 1 amp, I think it's 5 volt 2 amp, sorry, you can just do it straight from your laptop and it's going to charge the same as if you were charging it from the mains. So for me, to be honest, it's not quite a big problem that it doesn't come with an adapter. We all have 1,000,001 USB cables around the house, and you just have to make sure you're using a smart plug and simply plug it in. So I don't think I've left anything out. If I have, just leave me a comment. I'll try and help. To be honest with you, for me, it's a thumbs up. It's a thumbs up because of the price, because of the quality of the build. I like the looks of it. It's like a brushed metal effect on it. I like the ease of use. I don't know, 5 buttons, how can you go wrong with that? Quality of audio, obviously it's not the same by recording, but if you buy it and you try it, you will see that the audio is fantastic. Clarity within the calls is amazing. The volume is really good, and I like that I can have my phone within 10 meter, 30 feet from the speaker, and I will still not lose that Bluetooth connection. So all in all, even though it may not come with the mains power adapter, which I actually appreciate because I don't want to have 10-15 devices with 15 different adapters and having to worry about, oh, which one was the speakers one, which one was the... So I just have a smart socket with a lot of USB ports directly. It's just going to give it the electricity that it needs and no mess. So for me, it's a thumbs up. I hope it's helped in any way. Thank you.